Yes, my people. Now, that guy am up, and welcome on to our very first stream since when AFCON 2025 don't start for Morocco. And the main cocoa, the main matter we carry us come here now. The preview of those games between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning for wherever you they watch us from. And you they welcome to this official AFCON preview show, and hopefully we go get a lot of evangelistic people will go join us today. But so far now, how you they see the AFCON, how you they see the mood around the AFCON? We know say Mali just play 1-1 draw soup today, and we also see the host Morocco, they start the AFCON with 3 points and 2 goals. But officially, I still make a welcome on to this stream. Hopefully, we'll get one or two evangelistic people who will join us to come dissect this AFCON matter between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tunisia. But going into that game, where it will take place tomorrow for Morocco, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Now, waiting me the feeling. How your body they do you they expect, say, the Super Eagles go show working for inside the field of play, or to you, it will be another disappointing outing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because we know, say, in recent time, the Super Eagles don't forehand well, and a lot of Nigerian fans, a lot of Nigerian football people not get that, that ginger right now, not get that, how we call them, that ginger about the team, because of, say, the team don't forehand, and especially with the disappointment of the World Cup. And, so far since when they don't go to Morocco, leading to this World Cup, and they listen to a lot of players from the Super Eagles. I listened to the new captain in Wilfred Ndidi, and in the talk said this one an opportunity for this team to redeem themselves. And also listening to waiting Victor Osimhen, the Galatasaray striker, they talk when they talk to media personnel, Puja, and him also talk, say this one now another opportunity for them to redeem themselves. And they try to beg Nigerian fans, but going into that game with Tanzania, me personally, I they go into this one with that positive side, that positive ginger. Say the Super Eagles of Nigeria go to get all 3 points, but they apply caution based on the recent disappointment. And not be every Nigerian fan right now, they're enthusiastic about the Super Eagles. But we hope say the Super Eagles performance on the field of play for this AFCON 2025 for Morocco go fit win back the hearts of the Nigerian fans, the hearts of the Nigerian football supporters. But going into this game tomorrow, how confident you they say the Super Eagles of Nigeria go fit collect all 3 points against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania for Morocco tomorrow? But real quick, we'll go into the first segment of today's stream, will be the head-to-head between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. The Super Eagles of Nigeria don't meet the Taifa Stars of Tanzania 7 times, and out of that 7 times, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they unbeaten Tanzania, never beat Nigeria before for the history when the two teams they meet. And also the last time when the two teams meet for inside the AFCON in 1980, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria beat them 3-1. And out of that 7 times when Nigeria don't face the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, Nigeria don't win 4 times, and they don't draw 3 times. And like I the talk earlier on, Nigeria did without a loss for these meetings with the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And say this one, this kind of head-to-head, when some people they look the head-to-head and the history between both nations, some people get that huge confidence, say this one's supposed to be a win for the Super Eagles. But we also see with the way Comoros try to make them difficult for Morocco yesterday, especially for that first half, say for African football the way they be now, there are no pushovers, there are no small teams. You need to show working for inside the field of play if you want to get 3 points. If you want to get winning and bragging right, you need to do your working for inside the field of play. We also see for inside our World Cup qualifiers when we play teams like Lesotho, things like Zimbabwe, and they put Sansan for inside our Gary because say we not show up on game day. So at the end of the day, not be head-to-head go play the ball for you, not be stars where you get on parade for inside your team list go play the ball for you. Now waiting you fit do for match day, now be remain coco. Now that one, now matter pass. But welcome to this preview stream. If you just join us, how you feel going into the Super Eagles of Nigeria first game against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania? We know that for the last edition of the African Cup of Nations, for inside Ivory Coast. The Super Eagles failed to win their first match against Equatorial Guinea, where ended in 1-1 draw. Some people they talk say make the game tomorrow no go be like that one. Say the Super Eagles go fail to win against a team where on paper people they expect say the Super Eagles go win. But what are your thoughts in general? Drop them inside the comment section and I go touch your comment and also give you a shout out. But what did they look at our Korokoro eye now the head-to-head between both teams, the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, and Nigeria don't beat them 4 times with no losses and 3 draws. But very quick, make we also, go into the scouting report of this Tanzania side, the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And, we know that the game, the round letter game of football, now a team sport, now 11 players go play and they'll get players we also go there for bench. But for every team, they get 1 or 2 players where we say you go look out for. And from our scouting reports, the players where you go look out for inside this game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania tomorrow for Morocco. Now, number 1, the first person waiting for there, now their experienced striker, Mbwana Samata. Mbwana Samata, na ex-Aston Villa striker, we currently they play for Le Havre for French Ligue 1. And this guy, na him be the captain, and na him be the leader of this Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And if they go get a goal tomorrow against the Super Eagles, the goal will most likely come from their experienced and veteran striker, Mbwana Samata. Shout out to Ogatosin, where they throw salute Ogatosin. We also greet you, Ogatosin. How about this? How you feel going into the Super Eagles of Nigeria first game for inside AFCON 2025? Will be between them and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. How confident today say Nigeria go fit get all 3 points and get the bragging right for their first competitive game for AFCON 2025. So, but as I mean, the talk before Ogatosin joining us, say the players to watch out for this Tanzania team. The number 1 person where they now Mbwana Samata will be their experienced and their veteran striker. Now him be their captain and now him be their leader of this team. And now him be the person where we say the team they look up to for inspiration if they need goals. So with the hope that the Super Eagles of Nigeria defense go keep Mbwana Samata quiet. This guy don't play, across different clubs for Europe. Also don't play for the Turkish Super League too. That striker, where we say they're very experienced. And with the hope, say players like Khalid Bassi, players like Semi Ajayi, players like Shirozi Awazem, whoever coach Eric Sekochi go use take start for instead of defense tomorrow. Whether not 4-man defense, whether not 3-man defense, he won't use, make sure that they use sharp high and radar. Follow Mbwana Samata. And another person waiting for inside this scouting report and the players to look out for this Tanzania Taifa Stars team. Now Simon Nsuva. Simon Nsuva. Now person where we say they very quick and now striker will get trickery for inside the game. And with the hope say the Super Eagles go cut out all their mistakes for defense, because we know say one consent, one katakata, one wahala what we see for inside the Super Eagles body for inside the World Cup qualifiers. Now conceding needless goals where we say they're not supposed to concede. Now they concede. So a player like Simon Nsuva, we need to make sure say we keep them very quiet, and our fullbacks need to cut out all the mistakes for inside their game. No sloppy defending around players like Simon Nsuva and Mbwana Samata, because these guys, they get a eye for goal and they're very experienced. And I think Simon Nsuva, if he play this game against the Super Eagles tomorrow for Morocco, that one gonna make him 100 cap when he don't get for this Taifa Stars of Tanzania team. And also now another person will be saying for inside the list now Mirochi now Shakhtar Donetsk player. If he play as a midfielder and also if he play as a fullback. And this is also another person where we say, it's a very energetic, combative kind of player. Now player where we say he go try to disrupt Nigeria rhythm for inside the middle of the pack. So when make with the hope, the Super Eagles of Nigeria go keep this these guys under lock and keys. Come tomorrow, a player like Mbwana Samata, we need to make sure say he get a bad day at the office. Simon Nsuva and not touch Mirochi. We need to make sure say these guys they don't see ball play at all, and the Super Eagles go soar high. But be sure to join us. Tell us what your thoughts going into this game tomorrow between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And if you missed the earlier segments, earlier on we talked about the head-to-head between both teams. Say Nigeria don't meet the Taifa Stars of Tanzania 7 times. Nigeria don't win 4 and they don't draw 3. Tanzania, they without a win against the Super Eagles of Nigeria for any CAF event at all. And also we also talk about the tactical battle will go happen between the Super Eagles of Nigeria coach Eric Sekochile, the Super Eagles of Nigeria tactician, and the tactician of the Taifa Stars of Tanzania in Miguel Gamondi. Miguel Gamondi, the Argentine coach, the Argentine tactician, will take over for this Tanzania team around November because of, say, their last coach in Suleiman, no fit show working according to what's in their FA been they want. So they can't sack up, they can't give Miguel Gamondi the arms, the key to the doors of this team, saying that him be their new manager. And Miguel Gamondi, a person where we say they like to play in a very compact style. And one of the favorite information when in demand they like to use now 4-2-3-1, and sometimes they like to switch to a 4-3-3 formation. They like to play low block with 2 holding midfielders, and also in the like making team play in a fast transition style, and also to protect their central area. So I think that midfield battle tomorrow will be one of the key deciders of that result, because this coach, where they coach the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, now coach where we say he like to shock the midfield very well, and he go try to disrupt the way we say Nigeria go want to build up for inside the midfield. And we know say one area where we get problem now inside our midfield. So it go interesting to see how coach Eric Sekochi they go come up with a tactical masterclass to make sure say Miguel Gamondi no go fit win that midfield battle for between the two of them, the tactical battle for inside the midfield. And we hope say the Super Eagles of Nigeria will get a few days for inside that midfield. And also, like we talk, we know say coach Eric Sekochi now person where we say they like to change formation, now person where we say they like to keep the opposition guessing. But one thing when we go talk about this man tactical style, and I say the man not the conservative, the man they try to go out there to get 3 points, play attack-minded football, and try to get early goals. So we hope say tomorrow he go play in usual attacking style. Make we hope say that disappointment of not qualifying for the World Cup never make the man change style come the day in a very conservative style. We know say with the way the Super Eagles currently day, we get a lot of forward players, we get a lot of attackers. So attacking now our strength. So we expect to see a very good attacking football tomorrow from coach Eric Sekochile's side. But we know say coach Miguel Gamondi also could try to prevent the Super Eagles from playing to their strength. But we hope say the quality way the Super Eagles squad and the tactical know-how of coach Eric Sekochile could do enough for the Super Eagles to come out on top against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania for this match will go happen for Morocco by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. But if you just join us real quick, tell us what will be your thoughts on this encounter between Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Will go happen tomorrow. How confident today? You think say the Super Eagles of Nigeria could come out on top for this their very first game for inside AFCON 2025? Or to you, it could be a repeat of what happened for the last AFCON, where we said the Super Eagles of Nigeria failed to win their very first game against Equatorial Guinea. But for me, I'm not going to disrespect this Tanzania team, because we see every day for African football say there are no pushovers, there are no small teams. If you want win, you need to show your working for inside the pitch of play, because even for the last World Cup qualifying series, we see how the Super Eagles of Nigeria struggle to beat teams where a lot of people will consider they be very small teams like Lesotho and Zimbabwe. So I hope we go on learn from those mistakes, and we not go repeat those mistakes, and we go make sure we do our talking for inside the field of play, because at the end of the day, the stars when you get on parade, nobody they go play the ball for you. We need to play as a unit tomorrow against Tanzania, and we need to show we want them more than the Taifa Stars, and we need to score early goals if possible, and score a lot of goals against this team, because I think this is a team where we say we beat at least 3 goals if we did with our shooting boots come 6 p.m. tomorrow by Nigerian time. But also going into this game, what do you expect for Coach Eric Sekochile in terms of him starting 11? Because this man, Eric Sekochile, a lot of times, that they're easy to predict what he go with. Sometimes we go see him play in a 4-4-2 formation. Other times we go see him play in a 4-3-3 formation, because we know that the last competitive game of the Super Eagles, don't be the friendly against Egypt. The game where the Super Eagles of Nigeria play against DR Congo. This was the formation where the Super Eagles used for inside that game, where we see Coach Eric Sekoshile go with a 4-4-2 diamond with 2 strikers up front in Ako Adams and Victor Osimhen. But now we know that the Super Eagles of Nigeria go there without the injured Benjamin Frederick, and a lot of people they expect say the center back pairing come tomorrow against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania go most likely be Semi Ajayi and Calvin Bassey. And in the absence of the injured Olaina, a lot of people they expect Bright Oseyi Samuel to start at right back, because in recent time, in the absence of Aina, now Bright Oseyi Samuel don't make that right back position him own. And Sanusi, the FC Porto, Zaidu Sanusi, the FC Porto left full back, people they expect him to play for inside the left back. But it would be interesting to see waiting Coach Eric Sekochile go with for the top in terms of the attack side of the Super Eagles, because we know that now one area where gets a lot of competition. The likes of Ako Adams sitting inside the team, the likes of one of the most capped players in the current Super Eagles squad in Moses Simon sitting inside the picture. Samuel Chukwueze currently they informed where he gets about 5 goal contribution in the last couple of games for Fulham for inside the Premier League. Also, they're in contention of who could get a starting position for inside that Super Eagles attack. And also, we know the star man, the main guy, the talisman of the Super Eagles team in Victor Osimhen, the guy where they show Obano they go transfer, so people they talk also there in the picture. And Ademola Lookman, the former African Footballer of the Year, also there for inside the matter. So they're interested to see which formation Coach Eric Sekoshile won't go with, whether he will go with a 4-4-2, whether he will also go with a 4-3-3, where we also don't see him play on some other occasion. So it would be interesting to see whichever formation the man go pick out, because a lot of times on the show, many of us when they come on this stream, they talk say we don't really care too much about the formation, but we want to make sure say the coach pick the best players and the best formation where go get the job done against the particular opposition. Where we say in this particular case, now the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And Ako Adams, like a lot of people don't, they sing in praise. This type of person when we say immediately when he stepped into the Super Eagles setup, he start to hit the ground running. This guy get goals for a game. They play with power, and also so far it don't be like saying on the build that understanding, that synergy with the star man of the Super Eagles and Victor Osimhen. So for me personally, if Ako Adams starts this game in a front 2 with Victor Osimhen, I'm not going to totally surprised at all. And also, Ademola Lookman, a person where they don't rediscover in form. Since Atlanta sacked their former coach, where they said they get 1 or 2 katakata with the former African Footballer of the Year. So Ademola Lookman also, if he also start this game against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania come tomorrow, I will go also be surprised, because this guy also they in form. He did do well currently for that Atlanta team for inside the Serie A. And I talk about how well Chukwueze they currently also they do for inside that Fulham team. So if Chukwueze also start this game, I'm not going to be surprised. But we think they're very interesting now, the midfield, to see the personnel where we say Coach Eric Sekoshile go use for that midfield. Whether Alexi Wobi go start, we know what we also they keen to see him. Whether Frank the Tank Onyeka go start, whether Dele Bashiru go start, whether Rafael Oyedika, the Club Brugge midfielder go also start. We go know whether the captain and Wilfred Ndidi go also start tomorrow. We go find out, because I think say the midfield area also gets a lot of competition, because we get a lot of names, a lot of guys where they gone for very few places for starting tomorrow against the Taifa Stars. But the defense, I think say the defense don't pick itself already. I think if Zaidu Sanusi starts, I'm not going to be surprised, because I think on that left back side currently it'd be like the best guy will we currently get available. Then I talk about the absence of Benjamin Frederick, and also with the retirement also of the former skipper of the team and William Troost Ekong. I also get confident say Semi Ajayi will start and partner Calvin Bassey for inside that center back department of the defense. And Bright to say somewhere, I think say now the person will go start for right back. We know say Shido there was there also there. A person will be say we also don't see for inside the right back position and also for inside center back. But if you just join us and you never leave us a like, I beg, leave us a like, support the work we do on the channel. And also if you follow us on the different social media platform at Football Pidgin. But what did be your thoughts about tomorrow's games between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania? how confident today going into that game? You think the Super Eagles of Nigeria go fit get all 3 points for inside their very first game for Morocco 2025? Or to you, it will be a repeat of what happened for the last edition of the AFCON for inside Ivory Coast, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria failed to win their very first game against Equatorial Guinea. But for me, I go talk, say, I dey confident going into that game, but not be say I go underrate this Tunisia team, because like I did talk earlier on today's stream, on today's show, now say no small teams again for African football, no pushovers, especially with the current, with some of the performance we don't see from the Super Eagles, especially for inside the World Cup qualifiers against teams like Lesotho and Zimbabwe. We're not really sure of which Super Eagles team go turn up on match day, but I think if we see a replica of the kind of performance where we see against teams like Gabon, against teams like Benin Republic, I think say we go get all 3 points and hopefully score multiple goals against Tanzania. But for I go talk say, even though say I go into this game with confidence, I go personally apply caution and I no go throw away, I no go throw caution to the wind, as many people they talk up. But shout out to other people who join us on today's stream. Everybody will leave us a like, everybody will subscribe to the channel. A big shout out to you. And like I've been talking earlier on, you can also follow us on the different social media platform at Football in Pidgin. So, but hopefully we will get 1 or 2 people who will join us on today's stream. I've been on talk on some other talking points before, maybe for people who maybe join us late. We can just do a quick recap on some of the talking points where I don't touch. The head-to-head between both teams. Super Eagles of Nigeria don't win 4, they don't draw 3, and they get no losses against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. I also talk about the tactical battle between the both managers, the Super Eagles tactician in Eric Sekochile and Miguel Gamondi of Tanzania. We know that Miguel Gamondi, na Argentine coach, the coach where we say they play in a very compact style. They always play in a very disciplined shape, and in the also they try to play a low block, and they like to play with 2 defensive midfielders, and then go try to scatter the Super Eagles rhythm for inside the middle of the park come tomorrow. But we hope say Coach Eric Sekochile could don't come up with a tactical master plan to make sure say him go clip the wings of the Taifa Stars come tomorrow, and him go make sure say the Taifa Stars no go shine for Morocco tomorrow. And I talk about players to watch out for from this Tanzania national team. And I talk say the first person we will look out for the scouting report that Mbwana Samantha will be ex-Aston Villa, currently average experienced striker, captain and leader of this Tanzania squad. And if they will get a goal tomorrow against the Super Eagles, it will most likely come from the experience and their veteran striker, Naim be their talisman. I also talk about Simon Nsuva. Simon Nsuva, a tricky winger. And I talk, say, with a winger like Simon Nsuva, we need to make sure, say, there are no mistakes at the back. Cut out all of those mistakes that we make during the World Cup qualifiers will make us concede goals where they are avoidable, goals where they're supposed to happen. So we need to make sure, say, defensive mistakes not go happen tomorrow against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And I talk about another player to watch out for inside the midfield. Now Miroshi, where we say now a very energetic midfielder. Now midfielder, person where we say he also play as a fullback, but most times for the national team, for the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, they play for midfield. And now person where we say will try to one break up the play of the Super Eagles for inside the middle of the park tomorrow. But we hope say players like Alex Iwobi, players like Wilfred Ndidi, players like Frank the Tank Onyeka, players like Rafael Oyedika, whoever Coach Eric Sekochile go use take start, go get a good day at the office, and players like Morishi, they're not go get anything to show for in terms of the performance come tomorrow. But I also talk about the expected starting 11 on waiting to expect from Coach Eric Sekochile, because Coach Eric Sekochile now manager where we say they fluid in terms of information, in terms of the tactics, and also in terms of waiting to expect from the man. Sometimes they go with a 4-4-2, sometimes he can go with a 4-3-3, and also maybe a 4-2-3-1, depending on the opposition, depending on what in him they try to do on game day. But as like I'm going to talk with how we play during the World Cup playoff series, I'm not going to surprise if a player like Ako Adam starts tomorrow with Victor Osimhen up front. I also talk about inform Samuel Chukwueze for inside out Fulham side for inside the Premier League. We don't get 5 goal contributions in the last couple of games, Alex Iwobi, I think, say, if he also starts tomorrow's game against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, Ademola Lookman are also person where they try to rediscover a form. The person where since when Atlanta sacked their coach is doing so much better for inside the Atlanta team. And I think he could try. I think he could try to, get a goal tomorrow, help his team, and also, if possible, get an assist or two. And as for the back four, I think so with the injuries and the retirement of William Troost-Ekong, I think so the back four with the players we currently get and waiting we not see from Coach Eric Sekoshile in recent time, don't pick himself. I think Zaidu Sanusi will most likely start at left back. Calvin Bassey and Semi Ajayi, I think, say go partner for inside that center back. But this time, just my thought, so not be waiting Coach Eric Sekoshile go do. Now, just my opinion and waiting, I think, say the man fit do based on what I don't see I'm doing in the past and the players where he currently gets available. And also, maybe we just quickly go to team news. We know, say, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they without a player like Ola Aina where they injured. Benjamin Frederick will also they injured. Both players missed this African Cup of Nations. And I think, say, both players like blow to the Super Eagles because we see how vital Benjamin Frederick done there for inside Super Eagles defense, especially against quick and pacey forward. I think say we will really miss Benjamin Frederick for this AFCON, but I just hope say the other guys where they are available currently for the team, they go step up to the occasion and they will get the job done. Olaina has been a massive miss for the Super Eagles since when he get that injury, and we hope so Olaina go come back to the pitch very soon, and we go hopefully see him. They done the famous green and white jersey, and we also know say the former skipper of the Super Eagles, and William Troost-Ekong, don't retire, and him not go take part for this AFCON. Is not part of this AFCON squad. But with the players we currently there for camp, I think say the Super Eagles fit, go all the way for this AFCON. If we show up, if and only we show up, because with waiting I see for inside the World Cup qualifiers, my expectations not too high, and they keep my expectations in check. But going into this AFCONs, with waiting, you don't see from the Super Eagles in recent time. How confident today with the Super Eagles? Waiting you to expect, how far you think say this team go. And that's the other day they talk about, players were not really sure for the Super Eagles, especially for AFCON history, when it matters most. I talk about, some of the players who don't score the most goals for inside the Super Eagles. Which current player for inside this Super Eagles squad you think say go fit, score goals, we go propel the Super Eagles to write a new chapter of their AFCON history? We know that Victor Osimhen now one particular person where everybody they point out, but I think say this team they over reliant on Victor Osimhen. This AFCON now an opportunity for other players to step up. We see him during the World Cup playoffs say without Osimhen, World Cup qualifying series also to group stage. We see say without Osimhen, the team they struggle. And I hope say after that disappointment of not qualifying for the World Cup, Coach Eric Sekoshile, go don't come up with ways for the team to survive if Osimhen not the pitch, if Osimhen maybe gets injury or get card suspension. I think that's now one of my big worries why I'm not going, they too confident about the Super Eagles. I won't see on the field of play players where they're willing to step up, and I won't see players where we say they're willing to step up in the absence of Victor Osimhen. And even when Victor Osimhen they pitch, they're willing to take some of those goal scoring responsibility and put them for inside their back of their shoulder, because I think the team relies too much on Victor Osimhen to score goals. So I think, yes, every team needs to get a charismatic player, get a talisman. But when you don't begin rely too much on that player, they're good. If anything happens to the player, be that. We see him inside the World Cup qualifying series, and I just hope say other players go step up to this big occasion, go step up for the biggest occasion for African football stage. So I just hope say a player like Ademola Lookman go really, take up the challenge for inside this AFCON, and he go score goals, he contribute assists. A player like Akko Adams too, I think say with the way he performed for that World Cup qualifying series, a lot of people don't expect so much more from Akko Adams. And also Samuel Chukwueze really need to show up for inside this AFCON on a consistent level. Alex Iwobi, just name every other player will be sitting for inside the list. Paul Onoasho, Moses Simon, they really need to contribute their own quarter whenever Coach Eric Sekoshile will call upon them. And while Millie they talk say Osimhen will be injured, defenders will want to take him out. we don't see them happen time after time. Say when the Super Eagles of Nigeria they face different teams, one of the targets where they dip inside their eye now to injure the Super Eagles talisman, now to injure the Super Eagles, the person where they spearhead the attack for the Super Eagles in Victor Osimhen. And I hope say Coach Eric Sekoshile go down prepare for life without Osimhen and also come up with ways to make sure say defenders don't go to tackle him and take away some of the pressure on Victor Osimhen. And I also want to talk about the pressure where they for inside this team neck to perform, because after the disappointment of the World Cup qualifiers not qualifying for the World Cup in Mexico and Canada, and the United States of America, this team now, I listen to the body language of some of the players and all. Them know say they need to show working. They need to achieve something to win back the hearts of the Nigerian fans and get the Nigerian supporters, the Nigerian populace, the Nigerian people to come back and start to believe in the team again after their recent disappointment. So I think the pressure for this Super Eagles team to perform is there at the very peak. So I just hope say the Super Eagles go really step up to the plate and they go show working, because at this time we need the Super Eagles to go to Morocco and come back with the gold trophy, come back with the most prized trophy in African football. Excuse me, because we know that the last edition, the Super Eagles go all the way to the final, but they were not able to, go one step further as the host, Ivory Coast, winners for inside that final. So, but I think this is now an opportunity for the Super Eagles players to try to redeem themselves. I think redemption now a word where we say some of the Super Eagles players don't use in some recent interview. So I think the pressure, the stake they are on this team now. But if this team go fit do under this much pressure, now the big question mark will remain unanswered, and there's something where we say a lot of us would expect the team to answer for inside the field of play. Well, you will watch us. How confident today I'm going into this game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania come tomorrow by 6 p.m. Nigeria time. The match will happen more inside Morocco, as we know. Now Morocco be the host. But how confident today? What be your prediction? How many 0 you think say the Super Eagles go win? You think say the Super Eagles go win at all? Or to you, whether a draw or whether a loss go be for the Super Eagles. But as I've been talking earlier on for this stream, I talk say Nigeria never lose to Tanzania before for any CAF meetings. The Super Eagles of Nigeria don't meet the Taifa Stars of Tanzania 7 times. Super Eagles don't get 4 wins and they don't get 3 draws. I also talk about the tactical battle between the 2 tacticians, Eric Sekoshile of the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Miguel Gamondi of the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And I also talk about 1 or 2 players to watch out for the Taifa Stars. I talk about Mbwana Samantha, the veteran striker, the former Aston Villa and the current Le Havre man. Now him be the leader, now him be the go-getter for this team. Simon Usuva also another person to watch out for. And I talk about the midfielder and midfielder / fullback in Miroshi. And I talk about 1 or 2 team news, waiting to expect from Coach Eric Sekoshile. But shout out to everybody we turn up for today preview show. Tomorrow, immediately after the game, we go also there live to come dissect them, to come talk about the things where we watch with our Kuro eye. And I hope say you could join us tomorrow immediately after the game. But if you want to join us now, if you go back to do a recap, to do a rewatch, it's been almost, I think say I've been expect this one to last for about 30 minutes, but I don't think I'm up to the 34th minute mark. So, but my name remains Akbos. We're gonna catch us here tomorrow immediately after the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. And if you never subscribe to the channel, say this is not the first time we see our program, I beg press that subscribe button and turn on that notification button. And you fit also follow us on the different social media platform at Football in Pidgin. My people, we're gonna enjoy the rest of on our Monday evening. We go catch again tomorrow after the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania.